The Ondo State Hausa community has endorsed the candidature of Otunba Bamidele Akingboye to become the next governor of Ondo State in 2020 elections. The Hausa community disclosed during a gathering to break the Ramadan fast organized by the governorship aspirant at his Okitipupa residence. Akingboye maintained that the gesture was a demonstration of his love for Islam and to bridge the gap between Christians and Muslims in the state. The build-up to the 2020 election has been marred by controversy in Nigeria. We are now joined in studio by Mr. Akingboye to talk more about his political ambitions and other challenges facing Nigeria. Good evening, sir, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, madam. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Now, let's start off with a very, very contentious issue. Kidnappings in Ondo State. Talk to us about what exactly is going on in Ondo State.
I believe this is being made by some rascals in the state. It is not a man-made effort at all. This group of people that are doing this, they know what they are doing, and I still believe it is politically motivated. So we know them, we are working to get them arrested, and most of them have been arrested before I left Lagos a few days ago.
But now, in knowing them, what else, what measures have been put in place to ensure that the kidnappings do come to an end and, you know, people feel safe in their own homes?
You know, serious business in any state is by giving good security to those that are coming in. We are working seriously with the group, both the students, both the people in the government, both the workers. Everybody is going out to work seriously to make sure those guys that are doing it being caught. Because they are not spirits, they are human beings. So we are watching them, and definitely they will all be wiped off out of my state, Ondo State, very soon.
Now, let's speak about bridging the gap between Islam and Christians. How do you plan on doing that?
You see, we've been living together for so many years. From where I come from, my father is a Christian. In one time in his life, he married to a Muslim woman. We live together. The Hausa, the Yoruba, the Igbo, we live together. There are some people in that country that doesn't want peace. And the only thing we can do is for us to bond ourselves very well. We are going to flush them out. No matter how bad or how many they are, we are going to flush them out in that state.
What is seemingly the sticking points with regards to relations between Islam and Christians in Ondo State? And where is government going wrong in dealing with these issues, not only in Ondo State, but in the country as a whole?
As I said earlier on, this group of people that are doing this kind of rubbish they are doing in Nigeria, they know what they are doing. Christian and Muslim, they have been living together in Nigeria for so many years. So why now? They know what they are doing. But we that are Christians and the Muslim, we are going to live together till the time gets to the end in Nigeria. We cannot separate. You understand me? The government also, they are trying their best. But those that are doing it, they know what they are doing. We all know them. They know what they are doing in that country.
How big is the support in your community?
My people knows that I can really deliver the state and I can take them to the promised land. I'm a businessman. I've been an entrepreneur for 35 years. I know what it takes to move a state. To govern the state it's about business. We need to do it right. I know what it takes to make my people happy. And that is what I'm going to do. They are all ready to put me as the next governor of Ondo State in 2020. Yes, we are working hard.
Let's speak about the biggest challenges facing Nigeria today, just, you know, economic development and the economy as a whole. You know, what needs to be done? What are you going to bring to the table to ensure that, as you say, you've been a business person for more than 35 years. How do you take your state forward and the country forward?
Most of the wrong peg has been put in the wrong holes. What I'm going to do is for me to put the right peg in the right holes. You understand me? They've been making a lot of blunders. Nigeria is too rich for us to be suffering. Nigeria is too rich for us to be in third world. You understand me? I will just give you a simple example. Look at Malaysia today. They are the best in selling palm oil in the whole world. They came to my state in 1976 to pick the seed out of my state. You understand me? Look at them. They are making billions of dollars every year. And the state of Otunba that has this palm, we are doing nothing because of bad leaders. So I'm going to correct all these issues. And come 2020, I will come back to this seat to show you that I said I'm going to correct this thing and I'm going to correct it.
Now, I think as well, in terms of understanding how, the governorship of Nigeria works, it's a very powerful position in terms of Ondo State and the, governorship of all the different states within Nigeria and how it leads or filters into government. Just take us through that process so that we can give our viewers an understanding of, where you are in terms of the bigger scheme of things and ensuring that economic development and growth for your state, where you are going to be taking over the governorship in 2020.
The truth is that we all know that Nigeria is a blessed country. You understand me? We've been having leaders that have been leading that country. But if they have done things right, you understand me? Nigeria today could have been the best country in the world. And that is why me as a person, Otunba Bamidele Akingboye, are out to do the right thing. And I will still say it. It is easy to put the right peg in the right hole. They are not doing it. They go out of the country, they see what is happening. I came to South Africa. The first time I came in here, I was mad to my own self that this is South Africa. As a young boy, I was in that country, my Nigeria country. I contributed money to face the apartheid here. And we came in here, look at South Africa, look at Nigeria. Can we compare Nigeria to South Africa? No. So we are going to do it right. Right is the key. Do it right, do it right, do it right is going to work in Nigeria.
Just in saying doing it right, what exactly do you plan to do? Just give us a sort of a taste of what it is, how you're going to start in getting it right. How
we start is that in my state today, we are sitting on the second largest deposit of bitumen. Canada is #1, Ondo State is #2, Venezuela is #3. We do remember that today, we have not taken a scoop of that bitumen out. We should look for the right investor to start working on this. We are the only country in the southwest of Ondo State, you understand me, in West Africa, that has cocoa. Before Ghana started doing what they were doing with cocoa, but we export all our cocoa out of the country. Can't we set up a factory to start making use of the cocoa? We have timber. Can't we start doing nice furniture like the Italian, like the Malaysians? We have to create employment in our own land. Let's create employment for our people, and I will do that. I will do it right, not by stealing money, not by vandalizing our community. I won't do that.
And what do you think with regards to government and, the leadership structures, support from government for all different, states? Is there enough support?
I don't think so. There's not enough support. And the only way they can support is that every state in Nigeria should control their resources. You understand me? If we control our resources, the support will come back to us. We should try to control our resources.
What do you think South Africa can learn from Nigeria?
The thing I think South Africa can learn from Nigeria is that we are very good people. We accommodate ourselves. You understand me? And I will go back to what is happening to our own people here in South Africa. No matter how bad it is, we never take revenge. We still take the South Africans as our brothers. So they should learn how to accommodate each other because we are all brothers in Africa. We should work together as one to make Africa one.
What do you think in terms of, working together and, being brothers and sisters, where did it go wrong?
Where it goes wrong is that there is no love among us.
Why is there no love among South Africans and Nigerians?
I don't know. That is the question I should ask everybody. We should love each other. We should be our brothers' keepers. You understand? When the South African person comes to Nigeria, they should live in Nigeria as one. When we come to South Africa or we go to Ghana, we should live as Nigerian or African as one. That is it.
Thank you so much for your time and all the best in your governorship. And but as you said, you will come back and give us feedback with regards to developments that you make in your state.
It's practical. Yes. I will do it right. Thank you.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Otunba Bamidele Akingboye, Ondo State Governor candidate, who will be taking over in 2020.